the further you can transfer the belief that you don't need their listing to succeed will be the very reason they give you the listing. So let's get into this and I'll explain to you exactly what I mean. So first you gotta say hi to Amy and you gotta say hi to Soph. Say hi, guys. All right, so let's go on this and this little journey together. So how to win listings without the sales pitch. So what you think is selling and what selling actually is, completely different things. Let me show you. You gotta say hi to her. She's over there hanging out. We'll take her out in the morning. Anyways, I digress. Let's get into this. When you get into real estate sales and you don't really understand the science behind what it means to be a salesperson, the natural part about what we think being a salesperson is like pitching and convincing people to do shit. And the more you try to like pitch, like, Mr. Seller, why don't you just let me over and I'll do this and I'll do that. The person's pushing up or pushing back on you. You're raising their psychological reactance. You're making it worse for yourself. And so this is even worse when agents get on appointments. It's terrible. And so we don't have to sell or convince or pitch or do anything, because the second we start getting into that old convincing mode or mindset, you start to raise the reactance. The same thing happens to you. You don't like to be sold. Like the second you feel like somebody is selling you, you retract. You're like, nope, fuck this, I'm out of here. I don't want anything to do with this. It doesn't matter. Like they could be giving you money for free for nothing in return. It doesn't matter. As soon as you feel like somebody is taking away your ability to make your own choice, that is the definition of reactance. You retract. So what do we have to do instead? How to win listings without the sales pitch. Here's one of my favorite lines to say of all time that will help you even the playing field and draw in sellers where no longer will they be able to resist you. Almost every time when you can deliver it like this, you're gonna get the listing. All right, so here's what you say. So you're at the listing appointment. Maybe you toured the property, you walked through the home. And when you sit down at the table, all you're going to say is this: Mr. and Mrs. Seller, before we get into this too much tonight, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. There's probably a lot of agents you talk to or are considering potentially working with. And I want it to be clear that I would rather lose the opportunity to earn your business because I told you the truth, rather than winning your business because I misled you or I lied to you. So let me ask you, do I have your permission to be honest? Now, what are we doing? We are planting, well, first off, when we deliver it that way, I hope that you say to yourself, yeah, I mean, when I deliver that message, I am demonstrating the type of person that most sellers want to hire. I'm demonstrating myself as the type of agent that they want to hire. Do you get it? So what do most agents do? They go in there and they start selling. They start pitching. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And you're just commoditizing yourself. Because the second you start saying, well, here's what I'm gonna put your house in this magazine and do this and do that, you start to commoditize yourself. You start to devalue yourself. And now you're competing on price, commission. Value is a perception. And how we deliver value is by increasing their certainty, decreasing their risk. And it's all a perception. So we have to communicate in a way that delivers the value ladder. And the further those two things are apart, the greater likelihood that you're going to win the listing. So instead of going into an appointment and pitching about all the things that you're going to do, no. We have to communicate from a place of being 100% detached from the outcome. And the seller knows it. The further you can transfer the belief that you don't need their listing to succeed will be the very reason they give you the listing. And the more desperate you come off, and the more you communicate that you need this listing, that you're willing to do anything, you'll rub their feet, you'll give them back rubs, you'll be at every showing, you'll pay them to list the home. Kidding, but probably not. Most of you probably would. I'm just kidding. But you get it? You get the difference? Like, we're not pitching, we're not selling. It's an even playing field. And this is how it has to be in order for us to give a great client experience and work with clients who respect us and value what it is that we do. And these are the type of clients that all of you want. And the way to do that, again, is by detaching from the outcome. So let me go through that script one more time, and I'll leave you with that tonight. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, listen, there's a lot of agents, there's a lot of options out there for you. I appreciate the opportunity to meet with you guys tonight and earn your business. And so before we really get into it too deep, I want to make sure that we're 100% on the same page. The only way I like to do business is by being 100% forthcoming in telling you what it's going to take to get your property sold for the highest price. Even if that means I lose your business because I told you the truth and maybe it wasn't what you wanted to hear, I would rather lose your business telling you the truth than you list your home with me tonight based on false promises because I told you what I thought you wanted to hear, and under those expectations, you signed the contract. Now, let me ask you guys, is it okay if I'm 100% transparent and honest about what it's going to take for us to work together in order to achieve the outcome that we both want? What do you think they're going to say every time? And when you can communicate from that standpoint that you don't need the commission, that you're here to be of service, to work together, not you convincing them. When you get out of the convincing business, you can start earning and working with better clients, earning more business, getting more listings, getting paid more money. And we'll make another video about why charging more is better for the client, not you. That'll be a separate video. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know what questions you guys have, and like always, we'll see you tomorrow.